Today is the first sunny day that we have had in a while. So Archer and I are outside enjoying it while Sullivan's napping. And I figured I would start documenting some of the garden now and what will probably be my last year gardening here at this house. So I am going to show you guys what we've got growing. This is Archer's mini garden, and right now he's got a few carrots, beets, and onions growing in it. This box doesn't get full sun. The sun usually doesn't hit this space until around 1, so we have to be kind of choosy about what we plant here, but he's grown radishes, spaghetti squash, basil with success in this box, so it was fun for him just to have an area of his own that he can sort of experiment with. We made that out of recycled pallets last summer. These two boxes also get partial sun. They are right up close to the house, and so I also have to be a little bit selective with what I put in these boxes. Right now I've got curly kale growing, dinosaur kale, cilantro, and snapdragons right up front. The snapdragons have done well through the frost, so that was a pleasant surprise. This is actually my first year planting them. And over in this box I've got some spinach, a little bit more cilantro, and snapdragon in these front two corners. Okay, the majority of my garden space is right along this fence here, and so I'm just going to go box by box and talk about what's in each one. So this first box right here, I've got snapdragons up front. There are some beets in the back, handful of beets. Got a handful of radishes right there, and then the rest of this box is really yellow onions. I followed the planting guide on these. This is my first year trying yellow onions, so hopefully they will be done in the late spring. I think I may have planted them early, but we'll see. So the greens look really good. I've been using those in salads and stir fries, but I am really hoping for some yellow. This next box over here is mainly lettuce. I had a few empty spaces in between the rows, so I went ahead and stuck the rest of the onions that I had in between the lettuce. So I've got super red romaine, little Jim, which is like a butterhead lettuce. This right here is a little Jim lettuce, super red romaine. I've got green romaine right here. And I'm going to be honest, I don't remember the name of this sort of frilly green lettuce right there. I did plant an iceberg variety, so that might be what that is. And then we've got more super red romaine and a couple of other green heads in between. You can see the little onion sprouts. These were planted a bit later, so we'll see how they do. Then the next box over is broccoli. I've already cut some of this back from where I harvested the main head, eaten some of the side shoots. So what's left is pretty much my second planting of broccoli, and some of that is ready to be picked already. I've got some calendula blooming, and I think there's only 2 of those plants in there. So I'm saving some of those flower heads and drying them. And I also have a few cabbages over here. And a little cauliflower. So that likely won't get very big. This is actually some bok choy or pak choy that went to seed, and I've been seed saving from this. So once these pods had turned this brown color and they've dried out a bit, you can take them off of the plant So you can take one of these pods, and this isn't the best example, but that's where the seeds are. So what I'll do is empty the pods and save these seeds for next year's planting. Okay, after the cabbages over here in this next box, all of this right here, carrots. All of these are carrots. And I usually plant my carrots close to Thanksgiving. So either a little bit before or just after Thanksgiving. And I haven't harvested any of these yet, but I'm coming over here and I can see some of them are nearly ready. You can see them poking through the soil. So we may come out and grab a few of those soon. And in the rest of this box are the peas, which have nearly climbed the entire 6-foot trellis. This is my first year growing peas, and I honestly haven't harvested much from all of these plants yet. I think that next year what I may try to do is plant them now, just before the spring instead of in the fall, and see if we get a better harvest from them in the early spring. I do have some blooms on them now though, so we'll see what happens. There's a bloom over here, we have a few, so we may get a few for snacking. And this last box has kind of been a catch-all. I've been throwing extra scraps in here just to compost down. There are a few radishes, and I believe these are Savoy cabbage. And that is everything I've got growing as far as veggies go. Let's take a look at the fruit trees though. So everything right now is pretty bare. This is persimmon. Here is one of our peach trees. Early February, completely bare. Now the blueberry have a few buds on them. I am honestly not sure if these are fruit or flower buds yet. We planted these in ground last summer because they didn't look like they were, Peter, come on. Come on. They didn't look like they were doing so well in the pots. So we'll see what happens with those this spring and summer. We're actually going to be transplanting these out to the property very soon. So there's some blueberry bushes. All right, over here I've got grapes that I bought last summer. they did not really have a whole lot of growth on them at all. So I'm hoping that they come back in the springtime. But I've got 3 of those that are completely bare right now, early February. We'll see what comes of those in the springtime. In this corner, I've got 3 pear trees across the back. Asian pear right here. Let's see what else. Baldwin pear and Ayers pear. So all of those trees are bare right now, with it still being cold out. We've got a couple more blueberry bushes right here, so we'll plant those with the other blueberries that we take out to the property. And these also have little buds on them already. We've got loquat that's going out to the property, another loquat, and we've got 1 brown turkey fig that we will also take out. And this is our other persimmon. So I need to do some weeding down in that container. But this is the last of the, actually it's not the last of the fruit trees, but it's our only other persimmon. Okay, this is our screen and porch, which is kind of being used as a makeshift greenhouse right now. I attempted to tape some plastic up a few months ago just to prevent a few things from freezing. So we've got some banana plants in here that should be fruit bearing when we move them out to the property. This is the Satsuma tangerine. It hasn't flowered yet, so I'm looking forward to that eventually. And then I've got this kumquat tree right here in the brown container. And we've actually gotten a handful of kumquats off of this. They're really small, but it's a fun fruit. There's one back there hiding out. These thorns are something serious. Then I've got this variegated pink Eureka lemon tree, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. The blooms smell amazing, and this tree is going a little crazy right now with blooms. So there's buds everywhere. The variegated leaves are beautiful. There's little fruits starting to set. And I feel like pretty much every time I come out here, there is a new set of little purple flower buds. Most of the time I notice them because I smell them before I can figure out where they are. But this tree is loaded. So hopefully we will be getting some pink lemons off of it this summer. The inside, the flesh of the lemon is pink. The outside should be variegated sort of yellow and green stripes. So we've got blooms up here. There's another set back there. And this tree also has thorns. Not quite as big as the loquat, but it's still pretty thorny. I've got a combination key lime, Meyer lemon in this small container right here. Let's see if we can get this to focus. And it's also been setting some blooms and has started to fruit. So we've got little buds right here, and we've got some more up top here, and we actually have some fruit setting right over here. So hopefully those make it and don't fall off or get pulled off by the kids. We'll see. We've got a grapefruit down here that is not doing so hot, but I'm hoping once it warms up, it will come back. So we'll see what happens with that. Over here, I've got a key lime tree, and this tree actually just started getting some flower buds on it over here, this corner. So it is self-pollinating. It will flower and hopefully fruit soon, and I'm looking forward to making key lime pie. Olive tree, and I'm thinking when we move, I'm just going to leave the olive trees in 2 containers. This makeshift greenhouse has actually worked out really well. Nothing in here has frozen. This banana plant was actually outside. I forgot to bring it in before a freeze. Oh, Cedar's misbehaving. So this banana plant ended up freezing, but it will come back just fine when things warm up and I cut all this dead foliage off. And I think that is it. So we've got another one of these olive trees. I see you, Cedar. And I was talking about this plastic. So the plastic actually worked out fairly well. None of the things inside the screen and porch froze. The tape didn't hold up very well, and it's been kind of noisy when the wind blows, but aside from that, it served its purpose. That's it for what we've got growing right now. I will probably do a harvesting video here soon, and before we know it, it'll be time to plant for spring, which we are really looking forward to.